Hello everyone, the story around us. Hope you enjoy listening. I am a person with an innate medicinal constitution. The blood in my body can cure all diseases. In my previous life, after curing the crippled legs of the richest young master in Beijing, I learned that the Bui family had once declared that whoever cured Bui Qian would be the mistress of the Bui family. Bui Qian was forced to marry me, and Su Yu, who climbed the mountain to pick snow lotus to cure him, lost her mind when she heard the news, fell off the cliff, life and death unknown. A year later, Bui Qian found Su Yu's frozen body. He forced me to cut my wrist to get her blood to save her. It was clear that as long as Yu picked snow lotus to cure me, we would be old and toothless. It was you who killed her. Don't be late, didn't you say your blood was a miracle drug? Then bring Yu back to life, I cried and begged him. Su Yu had been dead for a year. I could only treat her illness, I could not bring her back to life. But Bui Qian did not listen to my explanation, he just watched me bleed to death. When I opened my eyes again, I returned to the day the Bui family invited me to treat Bui Qian. Looking at him sitting in a wheelchair, his face gloomy, I smiled faintly. Without Bui, these legs of yours, once you're done, no one can cure them. Hearing me say that, Bui Qian slowly raised his head to look at me, his anger gradually deepening. You wanderer, get out of here. I gently raised my eyebrows, turned my head to look at Mrs. Bui beside me. Mrs. Bui, in this world, the illness that our Zhang family said could not be cured is really hopeless. Young relatives, it's best to think about having another child soon. As soon as I finished speaking, the teacup in Bui Qian's hand flew straight towards me. I sniffed and avoided it to the side. With a loud bang, the teacup worth tens of thousands of yuan fell to the ground and shattered. Madame Bui was startled and quickly apologized to me. Miss Zhang, I'm really sorry, I apologize to you on Qian's behalf. It's just because of the body. I waved my hand and didn't care. I understood, it was normal for a crippled and impotent man to have a troubled heart. Seeing Bui Qian trembling with anger, I turned around and left the Bui family's house. Madame Bui chased after her and begged in a low voice. Miss Zhang, is there really no other way? I heard that the Zhang family has a secret technique to cure all diseases. As long as she could cure Qian's leg, the Bui family would fulfill all her conditions. However, it wasn't that he couldn't cure it, it was that I couldn't cure it. In her previous life, Bui Qian blamed Su Yu's death on me. She stubbornly believed that if Su Yu brought back the snow lotus, his leg would be cured. As long as he thought hard, he would know that the snow lotus was just a tonic. All the rumors about its special effects were exaggerated. But after he discovered that I used blood to cure his leg, in order to save Su Yu's life, he watched me bleed to death. Before I died, I heard the gossip of the Bui family's servants. It turned out that Su Yu didn't fall off the cliff because of picking the snow lotus, but after knowing that she couldn't marry Bui Qian, she clung to someone else and was discovered by the main wife of the sugar lord, who pushed her off the cliff. In this life, I will not get involved in their mess anymore. I pray that they can truly grow old and lose their teeth. Without Bui, these legs of his, I am powerless. Bui Qian followed me out. Hearing my words, his voice was low and full of anger. Mother, Wei has already flown to the snow mountain. Wait for her to bring back the snow lotus. My legs will definitely be cured. No one needs to worry about me, Mrs. Bui sighed. The snow lotus only has a partial recovery effect, but it is not enough for me to stand up like this. The Kuang family is my last hope. Bui Qian is still stubborn. I said it. Wei can cure me. I looked straight into Bui Qian's eyes, then said goodbye to Mrs. Bui and left. As soon as I stepped out of the Bui family's gate, a black business car stopped in front of me. A woman got out of the car, knelt down in front of me. "Miss Kwong, please save my son." It turned out that the accident a year ago not only injured Bui Kyn, but also injured his rival, Tong Tri, a member of the Tong family. After that accident, Tong Tri became a vegetable, half dead. But after experiencing the trauma of my previous life, I would not easily use my blood to save people, so I refused Mrs. Tong's plea. Mrs. Tong did not continue to hold on, just quietly wiped her tears and left. A week later, I received an invitation to attend the Bui family's party. Song Wei brought snow back from the Tianshan Mountains. Mrs. Bui was afraid that the medicine she brought had problems, so she asked me to check. At the party, Ai Wei did not leave Bui Kyn's side for half a step. Mrs. Bui held my hand tightly, her face full of worry. I was not afraid that the medicine Wei brought back would not be effective. I was just afraid that if I disappointed Kyn again, he would not be able to bear the shock. Over the past year, we have tried everything. I saw with my own eyes the light of hope in Kyn's eyes slowly fading away, making my mother really not know what to do. Before I could open my mouth to comfort her, Ai Wei pushed Bui Kyn away. "Auntie, don't worry, I will definitely be able to help Brother Kyn stand up." Because of this snow lotus, I almost lost my life on the snowy mountain. Bui Kyn held my Wei's hand, her face full of emotion. "Wei, wait for me to stand up. I will definitely organize a grand wedding for you. Brother Kyn, I believe in you." Ai Wei turned her head to look at me, her smile full of hidden meaning. "I am not like those quacks who go around swindling people. I am sure I can cure Brother Kyn's legs." As soon as the words fell, the faces of the famous doctors who had treated Bui Kyn immediately turned ugly. "I am really arrogant. Are you sure you can cure the young Master Bui's legs? You have no medical expertise and yet you dare to doubt our abilities." Even Miss Zhang of the medical family said that young Master Bui's leg cannot be cured. "I don't believe that a young girl like you has such abilities. Although I feel that I'm a bit too harsh." Bui Kyn still stands on her side. He believes that you will definitely cure him. I can't help but laugh out loud. I think I'm mocking myself, gritting my teeth in anger but still forcing a smile. I heard that Miss Zhang is the most outstanding person in this generation of the Zhang family. But you repeatedly rejected the Bui family and then the Song family. It really makes people doubt whether you really know how to cure diseases. I just smiled lightly. Then I really look forward to seeing the day when Miss Su makes young Master Bui stand up. Seeing that I'm not angry but actually smiling, I bit my lip. Is she blaming me for stealing her attention? I know your aunt likes you very much and also wants you to marry Kyn. But now the only person who can cure his leg is me. Sitting in the wheelchair, Bui Kyn coldly mocked. "Kwong Van, even if you have the ability to cure me, I will never agree to marry you. You are just a quack. When my mother introduced you before, I thought you were really disgusting. It turns out that you are just that. Let me tell you, the person I love is only Wei. I will only marry her in this life. No matter how many times you appear in front of me, I will not even spare a glance at you." Seeing them tossing and catching each other, I only feel bored. Mrs. Bui invited me to check Miss Tu's medicine, and Thu Da Bui believes her like that. I don't need to meddle in other people's business. After speaking, I turned around and wanted to leave. But I stopped Wei and raised my hand to stop me. "Kwong Van, what do you mean?" I frowned. "Say it like you mean it. If you don't understand, go look it up in the dictionary." I stopped Wei from being cold. "Zhang Wan, do you dare to compete with me? Bet to see who can cure Kyn's leg. The loser must bow down and admit defeat." And from now on will be banned from entering Beijing. I paused and turned to look at her. I can compete with you, but I won't cure Bui Qian. I will cure Song Kai. The time limit is 10 days. Let's see if you can make Bui Qian stand up or if I can wake up Song Kai. I stopped the moon. Do you dare to compete? As soon as I said that, the entire audience immediately became excited. Wasn't that Song family brat already a vegetable? That was several times more difficult than curing Bui Qian's leg. That's right, if the Song family hadn't poured money into Song Qi's life, he would have died long ago. If Miss Zhang could really wake up Song Kai, that would be a medical miracle. A month was hard, but she said it would only take 10 days. How could that be possible? Amidst the surrounding whispers, my eyes flashed with an unusual light. I agree, there are so many witnesses here. Zhang Wan, when the time comes, if you lose, don't even think about denying it. I nodded slightly. I won't lose. The corner of Bui Qian's lips curled into a contemptuous smile. Now that Song Ji has become a vegetable, you can't even cure my leg. And you still dream of curing Song Ji. Zhang Wan, if you admit defeat now, I might consider not kicking you out of Beijing. I glanced at his legs without revealing any emotion. Bui Qian. Every medicine has 3 parts poison. Be careful. Miss Su's medical skills are too advanced. If you don't cure Bui Qian's leg, you'll cause another strange disease in his eyes. After speaking, I turned around and left. I'm just a finance graduate and my parents are both ordinary workers. If you say she has the ability to cure Bui Qian's paralyzed legs, I wouldn't believe it even if you beat me to death. That day, the news of the bet between me and Su Yu spread throughout the upper class of Beijing. There were even people betting on who would win. In order to cheer Su Yu on, Pei Jian placed a bet of 1 million on her to win. The next morning, Madame Song came to pick me up and take me to the hospital. I took out the blood medicine that I had prepared in advance, lifted Song Ji's head up, and fed him. Song Ji would wake up in at most 7 days. Miss Zhang thanked her. Whether Xiao Ji wakes up this time or not, our Song family will still remember your kindness. If you have any requests, as long as we can do it, we will definitely fulfill them. As she spoke, Madame Song was about to kneel down in front of me. I quickly helped her up. Madame Song. I didn't save Song Ji for anything else, I just wanted to win. Don't worry, I will definitely make Song Ji wake up. Madame Song was so touched that her eyes turned red. I had also heard about the bet between you and Su Yu. Our Song family has already spent 1 million for you. When the time comes, both the principal and interest will be sent to you personally. Miss Zhang, don't refuse, this is what you deserve. I was about to speak when I saw Su Yue pushing Bui Qian and walking over from the opposite side. I was wondering why she took the initiative to save Song Ji. It turned out that she was aiming for the Song family's money. Su Yue walked over and pulled Mrs. Song's hand to advise. Mrs. Song, don't let Zhang Wan fool you. She can't even cure Qian's leg, so how can she wake Song Ji up? Be careful, you'll lose both money and people. Mrs. Song immediately pushed her hand away. I believe in Zhang Wan, I don't need Miss Su to worry about it. Being directly pulled away by Madame Song, Su Yu pouted, her face full of resentment. I was just reminding you out of kindness. Seeing the tears glistening in her eyes, Bui Qian couldn't help but feel heartache. Madame Song, Song Kai and I have known each other for a long time, you should believe me. This Miss Zhang is just a vixen. Absolutely don't let her touch Song Kai. I stopped Madame Song when she wanted to defend me, then looked down at Bui Qian's leg. Bui Qian, don't you see that your leg is worse than before? Bui Qian reflexively pulled the hem of his coat to cover his leg. Zhang Wan, what nonsense are you talking about? Ever since you applied the medicine on me, my leg has gotten much better than before. Su Yu's eyes flashed with fear, and she quickly blocked in front of Bui Qian. Zhang Wan, what nonsense are you talking about? This is a normal reaction after taking the medicine. You'll be able to stand up in a few days. You should take care of yourself and quickly find a way to wake up Song Ji. I just smiled and didn't answer. That day, after I gave Song Ji the blood medicine, Mrs. Pei sent me a video of Su Yue preparing the medicine. In addition to the usual medicinal ingredients, she also added a few drops of an unknown solution, and there was no label on the medicine bottle. At that moment, the forest of diseases suddenly became active. I quickly stood up and walked over. Song Ji, are you awake? Shang Wan. Song Ji blinked, looked straight at me, and called my name. I was extremely surprised. Do you know me? Before he could reply, Mrs. Tong pushed the door open and walked in, hugging her son tightly. I left the room, leaving room for the mother and son. As soon as she left, Mrs. Pei sent another video. Bui Qian's legs had shriveled up. This must have something to do with the strange liquid Su Yue had put in the medicine. Thinking back to his previous life, Bui Qian still firmly believed that the snow lotus that Su Yu brought back would heal his legs. He wondered if in this life, after witnessing Su Yu destroying his legs with his own eyes, would he still regard her as a treasure and want to spend his old life with her? These past few days, Song Ji had been diligently practicing rehabilitation and was now able to get out of bed and walk again. The 10th day quickly arrived, the day Su Yu and I made a bet. Almost all the big families in Beijing were present at the Bui family to watch the excitement. This scandal had spread throughout the upper class. When Song Ji and I entered the hall, all the guests were wide-eyed with surprise. Was it Song Ji? I didn't see anything. He was really awake. Oh my god, I bet 5 million that Su Yu would win. The Zhang family was indeed worthy of being a famous family of doctors. They could even cure a vegetative person who the hospital had declared incurable. The buzzing gossip everywhere made Su Yu's face pale. She looked at me in disbelief. Did she really wake up Song Ji? I sneered. She lost. It was time to fulfill the extreme condition. The crowd's delighted gazes fell on her. Miss Su had to endure the extreme. She should kneel down and admit defeat to Miss Zhang. Kneel down quickly, and after kneeling down, quickly leave Beijing. Su Yue raised her head to look at the second floor, her eyes filled with confusion and anxiety. Just as she was about to kneel down, Bui Qian's voice rang out from the second floor. Who said we lost? Everyone raised their heads and looked up following the voice. They only saw Bui Qian standing straight on the stairs to the second floor. Oh my god! Bui Qian's leg was also cured? It seemed that Su Yue really had some skills. Even Zhang Wan said it couldn't be cured, but she had cured it. Now that both of them were cured, who would win? Su Yu raised her head and looked at me arrogantly. See? Brother Qian can now stand up. Bui Qian stood on the floor and looked down at me, his voice full of sarcasm. Tuong Win. You said no one could cure me, yet now I was standing in front of you, stunned. You still dare to deny that you are a vagrant? I just shook my head. Bui Qian, your leg could still be cured before. But now it really can't be cured anymore. His expression immediately changed, gritting his teeth. Tuong Win, I want to see how long you can be stubborn. After he finished speaking, he lifted his leg and walked down the stairs. I counted silently in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 10. I only heard a loud bang. He fell down the stairs, his knee hitting the floor hard. The person standing closest screamed loudly. What happened to Bui Qian's leg? His pants were torn by the edge of the stairs, his legs were completely exposed to everyone's eyes. All the guests took a deep breath of cold air. How could young Master Bui's leg be so terrible? It was clearly normal before. The bones seemed to have melted, this leg was considered truly useless. Where was Su Yuan Yu? Didn't she say that it was cured? Bui Kyan lay on the ground screaming in pain, but no one dared to come near. Su Yuan Yu was so scared that her face turned pale. Her lips trembling. How could this happen? It was clear that just now, Brother Kyan could still stand. Upon receiving the news, Madame Bui rushed into the main hall. Seeing her son lying on the ground, she immediately slapped Su Yuan Yu hard in the face. Su Yuan Yu, you said with absolute certainty that you would cure Kyn. Now look at what you have done to him. If anything happens to Kyn's leg, I will absolutely not forgive you. Someone, arrest Su Yuanyue, don't let her escape. As soon as the order was given, 2 bodyguards immediately stepped forward, locked Su Yuanyu's hands, and dragged her out of the pot. She struggled wildly, turning her head towards Bui Kyan. Brother Kyan, save me. I don't know what happened. I really didn't hurt you. You can't treat me like this. Bui Kyan, say something. But at this moment, Bui Kyan couldn't even take care of himself. How could he have the strength to protect her anymore? The bodyguards struck Su Yuanyue in the back of the neck, causing her to faint, then dragged her out. Madame Bui looked at her son's legs, panicking and not knowing what to do. Miss Zhang, what do you think we should do? Can Qian's legs still be saved? I could only sigh. It's too late. Take him to the hospital and amputate his leg. At least he can save his life. As soon as I said that, Madame Bui's eyes widened and she fainted. Bui Kyan raised his head and shouted, trying to fight back. I don't agree. Absolutely don't cut off my leg. Quang Van, you are a quack. You just want to take revenge on me. I won't let you sit still. Let's see who dares to take me to the hospital. I laughed coldly. I will take revenge on you. You are too confident. You clearly know what medicine Tan Wen Wei used on you. Bui Kyan, whether you live or die has nothing to do with me. After I finished speaking, I turned around and walked away. Tong Kai, who had been silent all this time, suddenly chased after me. Quang Van, did you know Bui Kyan's leg would end up like this? I looked at his cold eyes. His eyes gradually turning cold. Are you blaming me for not telling him sooner? Tong Kai hurriedly explained. No, you misunderstood. He and I are mortal enemies. I can't even be happy that he's like this. I'm just curious why you're so sure that something will happen to his leg. Zhang Wan, I really don't mean to blame you for not speaking properly. Seeing his panicked expression as he explained, I chuckled. All right, I believe you. Madame Bui once showed me a video of Su Ningyue preparing medicine, in which there was a type of cool in labeled liquid. At first I was just suspicious. After seeing Bui Kyan stand up, I guessed that the substance was a strange water almond, which causes the body to slowly disintegrate from the inside. But in the first few minutes, it can temporarily restore the paralyzed limb. Song Kai frowned. So Su Ningyue intentionally harmed Bui Kyan? I shook my head, not knowing if she was stupid or being taken advantage of. Song Kai didn't ask any more, and took the initiative to drive me home. As soon as I got out of the car, Madame Bui called again. Miss Zhang, can I bother you to come to the hospital one more time? I really don't know who else to call. Bui Qian's angry shout rang out on the phone. I said I don't agree to amputate my leg. You guys believe the Dr. Zhang Wan, my leg is clearly still treatable. You said this is just a normal reaction. I will be able to stand up again after the bones and flesh regenerate. It's just that I was too impatient today, so I fell. Madame Bui's voice almost burst into tears. My child, even the doctor in the hospital said that you must amputate your leg if you delay any longer. Your life will be in danger. Listen to your mother, do the surgery. Then came the sound of shattering glass. Madame Bui begged me. Miss Zhang, the doctor said that no one is sure about this surgery. I really hope you can come and help review it. I am waiting for you at the hospital. So, the general, who had not left yet, continued to accompany me to the hospital. Sitting in the car, he hesitated for a long time before speaking. Are you going to save him? I opened the window, letting the cold wind blow straight into my face. No, I just wanted to see with my own eyes that he was living a life worse than death. The president's hand that was holding the steering wheel paused for a moment. Zhang Wan, do you hate him that much? In my impression, the two of you don't have any big grudges. My lips were a little sore, he owed me a life. After saying that, I closed my eyes and rested. Seeing that I didn't want to say more, the president didn't ask any more. When we got to the hospital, all the doctors in the ward were chased out by Bui Kyn. Madame Bui stood outside the door with red eyes. Miss Zhang, can you help me persuade Kyn to have surgery? He's so stubborn. It's not that I don't want to help. It's just that right now the person Bui Kyn hates the most is me. No matter what I say, he thinks I want to harm him. I sighed deeply. He trusts Su Ngu Wei so much. Why don't you call her to try to persuade her? When mentioning Su Ngu Wei, Madame Bui was both angry and resentful. But at this moment, there was no other choice. Had no choice but to call the assistant to take her to the hospital. Su Yu knelt down in front of Bui Qian. Tears streamed down her face. Brother Qian, are you in a lot of pain? I really don't know why it turned out like this. Obviously my medicine was fine. Bui Qian tried to raise his hand to comfort her, but that small movement brought a sharp pain from his lower body. His face was pale. When the pain subsided, he opened his mouth. You, tell me, my leg doesn't need to be amputated, right? This is just the stage of bone and flesh regeneration like you said before, right? Su Yu stared at his blood-stained legs, remembering the instructions of Madame Bui and the doctor. Biting her trembling lips, she opened her mouth. Brother Qian, you should listen to the doctor. Your leg probably can't be saved anymore. Bui Qian stared at Su Yu's eyes. Yu, do you know what you're saying? Didn't you tell me before that you could cure my leg? I did exactly as you told me, taking the medicine every day. Why did you suddenly stop and have to amputate it? Su Yu didn't dare to face his suspicious gaze. Her face stiffened, her fingers tightly gripping the edge of the bed. Seeing her like this, a look of disbelief gradually appeared in Bui Qian's eyes. Could it be, just like Zhang Wan said, I was the one who harmed you like this? Yu, why is this happening? It's not me, Brother Qian. I didn't harm you. Su Yu's face turned red, and she was so anxious that she wanted to cry. She suddenly stood up, pointed at me and shouted. She must have tampered with my medicine. Zhang Wan, you're jealous of me and Brother Qian being together, so you don't want us to win. Zhang Wan, why are you so cruel? Just because Brother Qian refuses to marry you, you want to kill him? I looked at her, my face full of confusion. Su Yu, when you talk, you need to have proof. From the day we gambled, I have never stepped foot in the Bui family's house. Where would I get the chance to take your medicine? Furthermore, from the beginning to the end, I never said I wanted to marry Bui Qian. You guys are all just thinking about it on your own. But Su Yu still refused to give up. Everyone knows that as soon as she heard that Brother Qian was paralyzed, she rushed straight to the Bui family's house as soon as she returned to the country. And didn't even bother to go home. What else could she deny? That was because when she was young, Bui Qian had saved my life, so I wanted to cure his leg to repay that kindness. But in this life, I refused to cure him from the start. Because my life in my previous life was the price I paid for that debt. I was indifferent. She had heard the saying that a good doctor is like a mother at noon. Any patient who sincerely comes to me, I will do my best to save. You are not capable enough, don't blame everything on me. I gritted my teeth and waited. No matter what, she was the one who played a trick. She was the one who caused Qian to lose his legs. Enough, Bui Qian suddenly shouted loudly, interrupting her. What's the use of arguing now? Damn it, call the doctor to do the surgery. His teacher finally agreed. Mrs. Bui immediately ran to call the doctor. On the way to the operating room, Tong Tri suddenly came over, snatching the necklace on Bui Qian's wrist. Bui Qian, the thing you mixed up now must be returned to its original owner. Bui Qian looked at him, full of resentment. Tong Tri, don't be too complacent too soon. I stared at the necklace in Song Ji's hand. Could it be that the person who saved me that year was Song Ji? When I was 6 years old and was kidnapped, the boy who was kidnapped with me risked his life to help me escape. He hid me in a box and went out to attract the kidnappers himself. I gave him this necklace as a token, promising that after we both escaped, we would meet again. But as soon as I was rescued, my family sent me abroad, and I was gone for 15 years. Until I saw Bui Kyan's photo on the news, and recognized the necklace on his wrist. I thought it was him, but it turned out that the real owner of the necklace was Song Ji. So in my previous life, I mistook the person and killed myself. Song Ji's eyes were cold as ice. Do you think I still haven't come to settle the score with you because I don't know the truth about the accident? Wait until you come out of the operating room alive. Then I will slowly settle the debt with you. Bui Kyn, I hope you can keep that arrogant face in the future. After Bui Kyn was pushed into the operating room, Tong Tri and I went to the lounge. I looked at the bracelet in his hand and asked Tong Tri, the person who saved me that year. Was it you? Tong Tri chuckled, full of helplessness. Quang Van, you finally remembered me. Was it because of this bracelet that you mistook Bui Kyn for me? No wonder you always couldn't recognize me. I quickly explained. It was too dark that day, I couldn't see his face clearly. But why was this bracelet in Bui Kyn's hand? When mentioning that, Tong Tri's eyes immediately flared with anger. The Bui family and the Tong family have always disliked each other. And the same goes for Bui Kyn and I. He saw that I often wore this bracelet, so he secretly mixed it up. At that time, I thought I had dropped it somewhere. But who would have thought that he would take it away? At that moment, I was filled with extreme resentment. If he hadn't taken the transfer chain, I wouldn't have mistaken the person in my previous life, and I wouldn't have ended up in such a tragic situation. Fortunately, God gave me a chance to start over. I asked again. You just mentioned the truth about the accident. What exactly happened? Song Ji took a deep breath and was silent for a long time before speaking. Back then, the Song family and the Bui family were competing for a project. That project had a great impact on the international market of both families. At that time, I had almost signed the contract. I didn't expect Bui Kyn to play a trick, deliberately causing an accident to stop me. He didn't expect to hit the container truck when it lost control. I was seriously injured, and the Song family lost their chance. As for him, winning the project came at the cost of his legs. Speaking up to here, he suddenly grabbed my hand. Zhang Wan, luckily you're here. Thank you for curing me, giving me a chance to live again. His hot gaze made me blush. I wanted to pull my hand back, but he held it tightly and didn't bother. Zhang Wan, you. Before he could finish his sentence, he was interrupted by Mrs. Bui's voice. They're out, the surgery is over. Mrs. Bui immediately called me. Miss Zhang, come here and help me see if Qian's surgery was successful. I quickly pulled my hand out of Song Ji's and walked towards her. Bui Kyan was still unconscious on the bed, the tea drug still had not worn off. I looked at his empty lower body, waiting for his expression when he woke up. With the understanding from my previous life, an arrogant person like him, when faced with the fact that he had actually become a cripple, would definitely be so miserable that life would be worse than death. When Bui Kyan woke up, surprisingly, Su Ngu Wei did not immediately rush over like before. When she saw Bui Kyan being pushed out of the operating room, Su Ngu Wei's expression immediately changed. The eyes that were once filled with love were now filled with only fear and hatred. However, Bui Kyan waved at her. Wei Wei, even if you can't cure me, I will still fulfill my promise to you. When I'm discharged from the hospital, I will hold a grand wedding for you, so that you will become the happiest bride. But Su Wuyue didn't show any joy, on the contrary, she avoided him. Brother Qian, your health is the most important, let's talk about marriage later. Bui Qian's expression immediately changed. Yuyue, are you criticizing me? Before Su Yuyue could explain, Bui's mother answered the phone and kicked her. Su Yuyue, the results of your drug test are out. That bottle of medicine contained poison, a poison that rots the body. You are the one who harmed Qian to this extent. Why did you do this? Mom, are you mistaken? How could Yuyue harm me? Bui Qian couldn't believe it. He turned his head to look at Su Yuyue. Yuyue, what's going on? Su Yuyu's whole body stiffened, her body convulsed. And she muttered, how could poison be poison? He clearly told me that this would cure my leg. How could he lie to me? There must be something wrong. It's not me, it's not me. Seeing the scene before his eyes, Bui Kyan could no longer deceive himself. Su Yu, did I really hurt you? The truth was revealed. Bui Kyan officially became disabled. Song Tri and I said goodbye to Bui's mother, so they could have time to take care of their own household. 2 months later, Song Tri kept finding excuses to see me. One day, he brought news about Bui Kyan. It turned out that Su Yu had never gone up the mountain to pick snow lotus flowers, but had been with a swindler for a whole month. In exchange for the so-called divine fire, that swindler had offended Bui Kyan, so he deliberately used Su Chi Yu to get revenge. After learning the truth, Bui Kyan and Su Yu had a big argument, cursing all kinds of things. Su Yu went crazy, speaking rudely. Bui Kyan, now you're just a slut. Besides me, who else needs you? If I knew I couldn't cure you, I would have seduced another man long ago. I didn't even have time to blame you for making me waste my efforts, and yet you still dare to scold me. Look at yourself. Don't you know that everyone in Beijing calls you eunuch Bui? Bui Qian was so angry that he swung his hand and chopped it off. Su Yu ran away from the Bui family, covered her face and ran away. A few days later, she climbed up to another sponsor. As a result, she was beaten by her official wife, thrown back to the Bui family, and dragged Bui Qian along to be cursed in front of everyone. At this point, Bui Qian couldn't take it anymore. He swallowed Su Yu into the house and tortured her day and night. Finally, one day, Su Yu went crazy and beat Bui Qian to the point of being hospitalized. Bui's mother sent her to a mental hospital. Hearing this, my heart was in turmoil. Did Bui Qian want this kind of ending in his previous life? During the recent period of contact, I gradually became attached to the imperial edict and with the affection of our childhood. We were together.